All right, once again, you're now listening to Debate Talk for You Season 3. The title of this debate, What Color Was Esau? Once again, the title of this debate, What Color Was Esau? The number is 646-716-7320. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this debate. A lot of great information has been put out there. We're going to go to the people real soon, the public Q&A. But right about now, we're going to the cross-examination part of this debate. Then I just made a modification. Right after the cross-examination, we're going to go straight into the public Q&A where you, the listening audience, will call in with your questions, your comments. Once again, the number is 646-716-7220. Hear what the people got to say about this debate. I want to hear from you guys, of course. I love hearing from you guys. Make sure you say where you're from. You say your name, and then, I'm going to give you guys 2 or 3 minutes, 3 minutes each for your questions and your comments so we can get to each person as much as possible. We're trying to get to as much people as much as possible. All right, so let's start this cross-examination. First up to ask questions is going to be Brotha Sha'ala. He's going to ask questions to Carl Albert right about now. Let me open up both phone lines, and go ahead, brothers. Go ahead.
All right, so, Carl Albert just said that there's no such thing as a baby coming out hairy. When I brought out in the beginning of the lesson that, it's called hypertrichosis, and it's actually in there's Bible historians that went into it. And I brought it out in the beginning of the show, so y'all can go back to the beginning of the show and listen to what I said about how, they came out and they said hypertrichosis, HYPERTRICHOSIS. Everybody Google that and see what you come up with. Tell me if you see any hairy babies, that a baby cannot be born hairy. But anyways, let me get to this Q&A. So Carl Albert, are the Ashkenazi Jews from Shem?
No, they from Japhet probably.
But you said they was Edomites. How can they be Edomites? Edomites are from Shem, and Ashkenazis are from Japheth. How can the Ashkenazi Jews be Edomites?
That's if they Ashkenazi Jews. Not all Jews are Ashkenazi Jews, are they?
No, but you said it. You said that the Ashkenazi Jews are Edomite, are the modern day Edomite.
When I first made that statement, I said that's what people say. People say the Ashkenazi Jews. I don't say Ashkenazi Jews, this and that. I said the Jews. And then I'm talking about those specific that I would say are of the seed of Esau, Edom, Idumeans, not those that, are Gentiles but coming in and say they are part or they didn't been grafted into Israel, because you have two less pigmentation, Caucasian-looking people that say they Jews, from my point of view.
Yeah, but we all know that those people who say they're Jews, that's right in the Bible. They say they are Jews but are not, the synagogue of Satan. So, Christ already told us about that. We already knew it was going to be fake Jews, but you said that those are the Edomites. So if you're saying that they could be Edomites, they might be Edomites, you really don't know.
Ezekiel 11. Hold up, let me fully make my point on that. I just want to read one scripture. Ezekiel 11:15. Son of man, thy brother, even thy brother, the man of thy kindred, and all the house of Israel holy, are they unto whom the inhabitants of Jerusalem have said, get you far from me, the Lord. Unto us is this land given in possession. So this land has been given into possession of someone. You mentioned Obadiah yourself, and you know that in Obadiah, they told the Lord, or I would like to read it, but I ain't going to read it. Let's go on. But that land was given to Esau.
Yeah, well, it wasn't. Esau took over the land when we went into captivity under the Babylonians, because the Most High destroyed he made their land desolate. So they moved into southern Judah when we went into captivity, and that's what that's talking about. But anyways, so my next question is, do you know who the Cushim is, or the Sephardic Jews? Do you know who that is?
Nah, I don't get into all that.
Okay, because you said that in order for me to, I have to prove that the Edomites are still black. So I want everybody out there listening in to Google this, Cushim, Kooshim, and then put Edom next to it. Cushim, Edom. Those are the Edomites who are still there, and they're black. They're still in the land. The Ashkenazi Jews call them Kushim, which means nigger. I don't know if I can say that on the air, Sal. Is that okay? I don't want to get booted out.
It's already said.
But anyway, they call them.
It's not a curse word.
They call them. All right. They call them Kushim, which is the N word. And they're black, and they still claim to be from Edom. So that's just a little side note. Anyway, so you said that Esau had a different skin pigmentation from Jacob when he was born. Can you prove that?
I mean, that's what the book's saying.
The book said he was red and hairy. The book said he was red all over like a hairy garment.
It said he was red. It said he was red like a hairy garment, not that he was hairy like a hairy garment and red.
No, it says he was red like a hairy garment. I mean, they wouldn't have to mention a hairy garment because if it was just red, they would just said he was red. His skin was red. It says he was red all over like a hairy garment because he was hairy. Like I said, hypertrichosis, and it's right in the biblical, and we have biblical reference to say that babies can be born hairy. So can you prove that Esau's skin color was different from Jacob's?
No, I take the Bible stand.
Right. So the Bible said he was red all over like a hairy garment, and then that word red could mean of the hair or complexion.
Now that's when the complication come in when you go get someone else telling you that it could be hair or it could be skin tone. Then you have to choose from the two, which is already a
from
division.
The context, right? So
well,
from the context,
it could have been both.
Right. So based on the context of that scripture, it could have been hair or it could have been of the hair or complexion, but hair was mentioned. It didn't say that he had his complexion was red.
Right.
It said that he was red like a hairy garment, and it says it could be hair or complexion. So based on the context,
they could have said he was red like a apple. That don't mean his skin was red. His hair was So just because it likening it unto hair, don't mean you can run with the hair.
Yeah, yes it does, because his name means hairy. Esau literally means hairy. Anybody who got a Bible dictionary, look it up. Esau literally means hairy. So yeah, it's in the context. His name means hairy. The word red could mean of the hair or complexion, and then it says that he was red like a hairy garment. Why would they make a comparison to a hairy garment to compare to skin color? When you look at King David, 1 Samuel, it says that he was ruddy. It says 1 Samuel 16:12. He sent and brought him, and now he was ruddy and withal of a beautiful countenance. So when it specifically said that David's skin color was ruddy. So that's where the difference lies. If Esau's skin color was red, it was said that he had a red countenance, but it said red like a hairy garment. But go ahead.
All right. Once again, you're now listening to Debate Talk for You. Hopefully you guys enjoying this show. Once again, very powerful segment of Debate Talk for You. The title of this debate, what color was Esau? What color was Esau? Once again, due to time restraints, we're going to go after this cross-examination. We're going to go right into the public Q&A where you, the listening audience, will call in with your questions and your comments by dialing the number 646-716-7320. That's 646-716-7320. Of course, we want to hear from the people out there, to say your name, where you're from. And we're going to, due to time restraints, of course, we're going to go, each person is going to have at least 2 or 3 minutes to say make their statement, their comments, and their questions. And we're going to move on to the next person. If you have a question, press number 1 right now, and I'm going to go down in order once it's public Q&A time, my favorite part of the show. Right about now, though, this is Carl Albert's time to ask questions to Brotha Sha'ala. So let's get this cross-examination going. And go ahead, brother.
So, do you believe the Lord gonna pay Idumea Edom back when he comes back?
Well, I believe that the Most High already destroyed Edom.
That Edom no longer even exists.
No, Edom still exists, but he destroyed Edom. If you go to the land of Edom, he made it desolate.
I'm talking about the scriptures when he come back in the wine press and this and that, and he say he gonna pay Edom back first for what they did against Jacob, even what he said in Obadiah. Do you understand that, or have you ever dealt with it?
Yeah, I dealt with that.
So do you believe he gonna come back and the first people he gonna deal with is Edom?
Like I said, Edom was already destroyed.
Okay, that's cool.
You know,
I'm
based
satisfied
on
with that.
Isaiah, you talking about Isaiah 63, right?
No, I'm satisfied
Who's that
with
coming
that.
from Edom?
I mean, I'm satisfied with that. Either you believe he is or not. So,
Okay.
So where is Edom today? Those the Jews that you read about earlier? You saying that those the Idumeans? That's Edom, Esau.
Well, basically, Edom is, you know, me or you could be an Edomite. You know, based on history from the Book of Maccabees and from the Josephus, the Book of Wars and the Antiquities, the Edomites converted over to be Jews. So from that day forth, they were none other than Jews according to the Josephus. So the Edomites are mixed in with us. We also have some Edomites that mixed in with Japheth, with Esau's grandson Zepho from the Book of Jasher. But for the most part, I would say Edomites are mixed in with us.
So when they mix in with Japhet, they look like Japhet, or no? They just some black people amongst Japhet?
Well, I would say that, the ones that did mix in with Japheth, I would say that they look white today. But the Romans and the Greeks and all those powerful nations that took over, those was not Edomites.
Okay.
Edomites got assimilated in through, when they got conquered, they got mixed in, but they got destroyed.
So would you say it's some Israelites out there with Caucasian looking skin?
I mean, I would say it go either way. I'd say that it's some straight up Israelites out there that look like a white man, and there's straight up Edomites out there that look like a black man. That's why Paul said don't get into endless genealogies. But I would say that Esau overall, if you see a white man walking down the street, that's most likely not an Edomite. If you see a black man walking down the street, he's more likely to be an Edomite.
Okay. And so what edification is this to the people?
Well, for the people is to stop the hate that doctrine, and to realize that it's really just killing false doctrine, man. If you say that Esau was white and he wasn't, then that's what it's all about. That's the thing, man. The truth at the end of the day.
So what if they say as I stated today, that Edom is in the land and they look like Gentiles, but they not Gentiles, but they over there in the land? Well,
Edom is in the land. Like I said, it's the Cushim, the Sephardic Jews. They're in the land, and they call them Cushim, which is a byword. They're there, and they converted to Judaism.
Let you tell it the ones over there in the land that Whitney Houston them went over there and dealt with could be Edom, because they black.
Well, I'm saying,
and they saying they
Jews. Yeah, I'm just saying that the majority of those Jews over there is from Japheth. They're not Shem. They're not Shem. You saying that the white man is Shem, the people on the 12 tribe sign is the whole world Shem.
I don't deal with the 12. I don't deal with the 12 tribe thing. I don't deal with the 12 tribe thing. I told you I don't deal with ISUPK doctrine like that. I didn't come from that.
Right, but you're dealing with Esau as the white man. That's ISUPK doctrine.
Well, you just said yourself that Esau could be white as well as Israel can be white, meaning that
right. But that's just a remnant. I'm saying as a majority, no. If you see 10 white men down the street, the likely that one of them is an Edomite is very little. The majority of the Edomites went into captivity with Israel.
Well, you're dealing with percentage now, and that's the same thing I'm dealing with. That at the end of the day, the ones that's calling them Jews over there, calling themselves Jews, are either, from my perspective and my understanding from dealing with the scriptures, is either Edomites or Gentiles. And dealing with that, you know what I'm saying, it's hard to understand who's who from that. But if those over there, as you said, the Sephardic Jews or whatever, then it's easy to say, well, those are black people, so mostly they might be Jews, but they might be Edomites. Jews meaning still Israel, but they might be Israel, they might be Edomites. So we rolling the dice on percentage. We taking a gamble either way it go. But the Lord said,
We're not taking a gamble because most of the Edomites got destroyed, man. There's only a remnant of Edom left, and they got sold into slavery. So, I mean,
where's that in the book? Where's that in the Bible?
For you to say that,
where's that in the Bible?
It's in the Josephus. The Edomites got sold into slavery with the Israelites in 70 A.D.
Okay, you consider Josephus Bible?
No, I consider Josephus a biblical historian. And I take Josephus' word over anybody who you can bring out today.
Okay, so now was Josephus?
He actually lived in that time.
Right. Now, was Josephus Israel or Edomite?
Josephus was Israel.
How do we know? Was he black?
Israel.
Was he black?
Yeah, of course he was black. Of course he was black.
If Esau is black, then this Josephus, at what time did he start writing and doing that? Was it after 7 A.D. when Israel and Edom went into captivity? So if that be the case, then we have to say, for the most part, all of Israel didn't go into captivity. Josephus was still left behind, and he was writing history.
Right, but the majority did, right? The ones that wasn't killed went into captivity, and there was a small remnant left over.
Right, but when you calling me a philosopher in the beginning of the show, and we dealing with this stuff down, you saying Josephus this and this and that, all these things we will have to study, and a baby will have to study. A baby in Christ would have to study to even be able to slightly comprehend the fact that either Esau is dark or he's light. Cause
I know what that's the whole point. We want people to study. We want people to study and see for themselves instead of just listening to some man on the corner saying, "Oh, Esau is the white man." That's the whole point of this conversation, so people can go and take a second look and see that they've been lied to.
I would agree, and I would think that you should have came here and without a shadow of a doubt showed that Esau was black and still is black and doesn't have a chance to be white.
I did show that Esau is black and still is black. I didn't. There's nothing that I said that could show anything else. The Ashkenazi Jews is white, but those people are not. They're not from Shem.
You done made the statement that Israel could be white and Edom could be white.
Yeah, because we spread throughout the four corners of the earth. That's clear. Nobody really knows.
Right. So
like
when
you're an Israelite, you're Israelite by blood, like 100%, or
I'm spiritual, if not physical. I'm spiritual.
Right. There you go. There you go. So there could be a physical Israel that looks like a white man, right or wrong.
One at a time.
Right. Right. And that's the whole point. So when people make a blanket statement, sometimes they're half right and half wrong due to the fact that sometimes they white, sometimes they black. And so we can't. Go ahead.
Oh, so yeah, I mean, basically, you're right about that. So you can't say that every white man you see down the street, walking up and down the street, is an Edomite.
Correct.
That's the point. Esau is not the white man. That's the point.
Or
Esau
you can't say every white man that walking down the street is Japhet, because this is what you saying that pretty much Japhet.
Well, you can say the majority. You can say the majority, though.
One at a time.
You can say the majority. It could be a white man. It could be a white man walking down the street that go back to Chinese people. That can go in.